The little snowflakes Frosty flight in a snowy valley where icicles twinkled and pine trees stood tall, there lived a tiny snowflake named Sparkle. Sparkle was small and lacy, with delicate crystal arms that shimmered in the moonlight, and she loved drifting through the frosty air, watching rabbits burrow and stars glow above. But Sparkle had a big dream. She wanted to fly across the valley to find new friends and share her frosty shine. One chilly evening, a playful breeze named Frosty swooped by and said, "Hello, Sparkle. Why do you glitter so happily tonight?" Sparkle twirled and replied, "I want to fly through the valley and make friends." Frosty puffed and said, "I'll carry you. Let's go." Sparkle's crystals glowed as Frosty lifted her to a snowy clearing where a little mouse named Paws nibbled a frozen seed, and Paws squeaked, "Hi, Snowflake. Why are you here?" Sparkle twinkled, "I'm flying to find friends. Want to come?" Paws hid her whiskers, saying, "I'm shy in the cold," but Sparkle smiled, "Scurry in my frost. You're warm," and Paws scampered beside her. Frosty carried them to a sparkly frozen stream where a tiny squirrel named Fluff skated on the ice, and Fluff chattered, "Hello, Sparkle. What's that shine?" Sparkle spun, "It's me. I'm finding friends. Join us." Fluff twitched her tail, saying, "I'm scared to slip far," but Sparkle winked, "Slide in my glitter. I'll guide you," and Fluff glided along. Next, Frosty blew them to a quiet hill where snowdrifts piled high, and a small rabbit named Hoppy burrowed in the snow, and Hoppy said, "Hi, Sparkle. Why are you dancing?" Sparkle swayed, "I'm on a quest for friends. Come with us." Hoppy tucked her ears, saying, "I'm nervous in deep snow," but Sparkle nodded, "Hop in my frost. You're safe," and Hoppy bounced beside Sparkle, Paws, and Fluff. Frosty whisked them to a frosty meadow where a baby owl named Hoot perched on a branch, and Hoot hooted, "Hello, Sparkle. What's that glittery snowflake?" Sparkle flickered, "It's me. I'm making friends. Want to fly?" Hoot fluffed his feathers, saying, "I'm new to flying," but Sparkle twinkled, "Soar in my shine. We're a team," and Hoot glided beside Sparkle, Paws, Fluff, and Hoppy. Sparkle felt braver and said, "I want to shine for everyone." Frosty whispered, "Fly high and sparkle." Sparkle soared up, her crystal arms weaving a dazzling frosty dance across the valley, and Paws, Fluff, Hoppy, and Hoot clapped, cheering, "Your shine is beautiful." Children sledding in the valley saw Sparkle's glitter and gasped, and a girl named Emma pointed, shouting, "Look, a snowflake with friends." The children asked, "Who's sparkling?" And Sparkle floated down, saying, "I'm Sparkle. I'm shining for friends. Want to see?" The children nodded, asking, "Can we play with you?" Sparkle twinkled, "Yes. Dance in my snow." Emma and her friends twirled in the snow, giggling as Paws scurried, Fluff slid, Hoppy hopped, and Hoot flew, and Emma said, "You're so brave, Sparkle." Sparkle's crystals glowed brighter as the stars twinkled above, and Frosty said, "Sparkle, it's time to rest." Sparkle looked at the clearing, stream, hill, meadow, and valley, saying, "I flew so far and made so many friends." Frosty hugged her softly, saying, "You're a tiny star." Sparkle turned to her friends, asking, "Will you visit my shine?" And Paws, Fluff, Hoppy, and Hoot nodded, cheering, "Yes." Emma waved, saying, "We'll find you, Sparkle." Frosty guided Sparkle back to a soft snowbank, and her friends followed to say goodbye. Sparkle settled gently, feeling proud, saying, "I lit up the valley." Paws squeaked, "You made us brave." Fluff chattered, "And happy." Hoppy hopped, "And bouncy." Hoot hooted, "And safe." Sparkle's heart felt full as she said, "You're all my frost." That night, Sparkle rested, dreaming of sparkles, and the next day, Paws, Fluff, Hoppy, Hoot, and the children visited, playing in the snow. The valley glowed with laughter, and Sparkle's lacy shine sparkled, knowing her frosty flight had made everyone smile.